Hi, Amy Simon here, writer, performer, producer, creator of She's History, the most dangerous women in America then and now. And I'm here to ask you to help me produce a 4-show run in March, Women's History Month, at the Lounge Theater in Hollywood. It will be my 3rd run. People ask me all the time how I got the idea to do this show, and it started when my daughter came home from school one March, Women's History Month, and said she wanted to do her Women's History report on Share. So, I knew something needed to be done. My Women's History report is on Frances Wright from Scotland, a lecturer, a writer, a free thinker, and a feminist. And she was the first woman in America to speak in front of men and women, and it was a really big deal. This is the Lounge Theater, where you just saw me performing in a workshop show from July, on someone else's set, you can tell, and it was shot with my flip camera from the back of the theater. Hopefully the next show, I'll be able to get a professional shooter.
Why should someone invest their time and resources into this production? Is Amy Simon's attempt to save the women's history from being just completely dissipated and forgotten about. I must show you the latest draft of the 14th Amendment that Congressman Owen sent over yesterday, directly addressed to us, Susan B. Anthony, Elizabeth Cady Stanton, saying, for the first time, Susan dearest, we women are not considered citizens. No, for the first time the language specifies citizenship as male. Male citizens, male inhabitants. These incredible stories. And so you leave educated, you leave entertained, you leave very anxious to find out more. Go home and Google it is what she says in the show a few times, and it's really true. She dangles these information bits and stories and theatricality in front of you. You gobble them up and then you really want more.
Do you know me? Well, American Express did not know me, because when I was in the Congress of the United States and I applied for an American Express card, they told me I had to get my husband to sign for it.
I have borne children and seen most all sold into slavery. And when I cried out with a mother's grief, none but Jesus heard me. And ain't I a woman?
Shirley Chisholm. First black woman elected to Congress, first Democrat with a pair of ovaries to run for president. Of my 2 handicaps, she said, being a woman put more obstacles in my path than being black.
That all men and women are created equal.
Girls, come in here. History's being made right here. I now announce myself as candidate for president. I anticipate criticism. I have a brain and a uterus, and they both work. Her house was a stop on Harriet Tubman's Underground Railroad. I mean, that's a big deal, harboring slaves. You take your life in your hands, but the Quakers, they were just awesome. I love the Quakers. Not those Quakers. Those, Susan B. Anthony, major Quaker troublemaker.
I gotta tell you, I'm a guy, clearly. And I'm also a history buff, and it's amazing how much you don't know. And Amy brings a life to it that you're not going to get just by hopping on Wikipedia and looking up, the Grimke sisters or whoever she brings up in the show. It really breathes life into a topic that could be presented as dusty and difficult to grasp.
Wonderful. I think you're really going to enjoy this. This is the LA debut.
Well, the first show went really great, so I produced a couple more at the Lounge.
Running and I'm running and I can't catch up.
I wrote and produced Cheerios in My Underwear, my first solo play. The baby sucks your milk out, sucks your brain cells out, too. Thank you. Sitting here with Raquel Lerman, who's the theater owner of the Lounge Theater, where we're doing She's History, and we're talking about now the nuts and bolts of exactly how much it's going to cost to produce the show. I've produced a lot of theater in my life, a lot of theater here in Los Angeles, a lot of female theater. I know what I'm doing, and I've been doing it for a long time, and I've never gotten such a response as I have gotten from She's History. After the show, people want to talk to me in the lobby, and they are so inspired and empowered and educated and entertained, all the things I hoped to achieve, but mostly I get, Amy, what you're doing is really important. And I never got that before, so I know I am actually, for the first time in my life, I have a calling. I am a mom on a mission. I'm a woman on a mission. We need to know about these women, and I am the one to turn the world on to them. So with your help, I can keep doing it.